The woman that looked like me stood outside our family hut at dusk, her feet buried in the dust, her smile sharp and cold. But I had never seen her before, and yet, she was me. My name is Adanma, eldest daughter of Noji, a respected farmer of the Oni kingdom. In those days, our land was untouched by the greed of white men. Life was guided by the spirits of our ancestors and the laws of Ola, the earth goddess. Love, trust, and family bound us together until greed and betrayal tore us apart. It all began after my twin sister, Ugochi, fell gravely ill. Despite our mother's herbal remedies and the village priest offerings, she passed away on the 4th market day. Her death left a hole in our hearts, especially mine. As twins, our bond was deep, and her absence felt like losing a part of myself. We buried her in the red earth beneath the Iroko tree, as tradition required. But in our grief, we neglected one crucial rite. We did not bury her with her coral beads, the symbol of her place among the living and her passage to the ancestors. The priest warned us it was a dangerous mistake, but sorrow clouded our minds, and we dismissed his words. That night, I sat outside our family hut, staring at the fading embers of the fire. The moon was hidden, and the wind carried a chill that crept into my bones. I was about to go inside when I saw her, Ugochi, standing near the shadowed edge of the compound. Adanma, she called softly, her voice lilting but strange, like the rustle of dry leaves. Do you not recognize me? I froze, heart pounding. It cannot be, I whispered. You are gone. Her laughter was cold. Gone, yes. But I have returned. Her eyes gleamed in the dim light. I want what belongs to me, my beads. Fear gripped me. The priest had spoken of spirits returning when denied their rights, but I had never believed such tales until now. I will bring them, I promised, trembling. Tomorrow. Bring them tonight, she commanded, or I will take yours. I could not disobey. I fetched her beads from our mother's trunk and carried them to her grave. There, I whispered prayers as the wind howled around me. Go in peace, sister, I pleaded. Forgive us. The next morning, Ugochi was gone, her spirit seemingly appeased. I thought the nightmare was over, but I was wrong. It had only just begun. Months later, white men arrived in our village, claiming to bring peace and trade. They brought mirrors that made us laugh and fabrics so bright they dazzled the eyes. But behind their smiles lurked greed. They wanted our land, our people, our souls. Obina, a brave warrior and the man I loved, warned our elders to be wary. They speak with two tongues, he said. Their gifts are a trap. But not everyone listened. Some were blinded by the stranger's promises. Even my father, once wise and cautious, began trading our yams and palm oil for the white men's trinkets. Then one evening, the strangers demanded something more, our freedom. They wanted our strongest men and women as slaves. When the elders refused, conflict erupted. The once peaceful village turned into a battlefield. Amid the chaos, I discovered the unthinkable. My twin sister's spirit had returned, feeding on the greed and betrayal that tainted our home. She was no longer the Ugochi I had loved. She had become a spirit of vengeance, bound to punish those who had forsaken the ways of our ancestors. Her laughter echoed through the village as crops withered and animals died. You forgot me once, she whispered in my dreams. Now your people forget themselves. I will remind them. Desperate, I sought the village priest. How do we end this curse? I begged. He shook his head solemnly. Only love and sacrifice can heal what greed has broken. Obina and I led the villagers in a cleansing ritual, offering prayers and sacrifices to the gods. But I knew the ultimate act of redemption lay in my hands alone. I returned to Ugochi's grave and called out to her spirit. Ugochi, I said, my voice steadied despite my fear. I wronged you, but I beg you now, release this village from your wrath." For a long moment, there was only silence. Then her voice, soft but clear, filled the air. "Only if you give me what you value most." I knew what she meant. My love for Obinna was the one thing I had left untainted by loss or betrayal. But for the village to survive, I had to let him go. Tears streaming down my face, I made my vow. "I release Obinna from my heart, sister. Let my love for him be your peace." The wind stilled, and a great calm settled over the village. Ugochi's spirit, at last, found rest. The land healed, and though the white men did not leave, we stood stronger against them, united by the lessons of love, trust, and sacrifice. I never married, but I found peace knowing my sacrifice saved our people. And though I sometimes hear Ugochi's laughter in the rustling of the trees, I know it is a laughter free of anger, born instead of love and forgiveness.